With the latest news from Bucks County, this is the Courier Times Update with Rachel Canelli.
Good afternoon and happy Friday, everyone. I'm Rachel Canelli reporting from the Courier Times newsroom with your news update on this Friday, March 29th. A 73-year-old Middletown man is recovering today after suffering a diabetic shock and then accidentally driving through the garage of his own home. And township inspectors also say his house may have structural damage from the crash. Middletown police say the man's 2008 Scion XB was also extensively damaged when the car went through the closed door on Homestead Road and damaged part of the wall. Reporter George Matar has the full story at buckscountycouriertimes.com. Convicted serial child molester Walter Meyerly was questioning whether or not he got a fair trial before he received a record-setting 494 to 989-year state prison sentence, but then he changed his mind, and it's not clear why. The 36-year-old Falls tattoo artist's attorney said there will be appeals later, but Meyerly chose not to question whether his rights were violated because his two former court-appointed attorneys weren't given more time to prep for trial.
There's no doubt in my mind that they conducted themselves with the utmost sense of professionalism and were prepared and made the most logical decision on how to proceed in the case. Why Mr. Meyerly chose not to proceed on that issue is not clear. However, based on what transpired in court, he now is forever precluded from challenging the issue of claiming the court erred in not giving him enough time, his counsel enough time. So I'm grateful for that. However, make no mistake, I don't think Mr. Meyerly did it to benefit the Commonwealth, obviously.
Meyerly was convicted in August of molesting 15 children over 13 years, some as young as 4, in Bristol, Bristol Township, Bensalem, and Falls. Courts reporter Lori Mason-Schrader has all the background of the case in a story on our website. The alleged ringleader behind a barcode scam aimed at Target stores throughout Bucks and Montgomery counties has been sentenced to 15 months to 4 years in state prison. 36-year-old Damian Gastaska had been charged with organized retail theft and conspiracy in 46 incidents, including ones at Target stores in Neshaminy, Quakertown, and Langhorne between February 2011 and July 2011. Police said he and 2 others bought almost $25,000 worth of merchandise for little more than $3,600 by simply switching costly items with cheaper labels, and then they sold them on eBay. As part of his sentence, reporter Margaret Gibbons tells us in a story online that Gastaska was also forced to forfeit his 2005 Mercedes-Benz to county detectives. The temperatures are mild again today with a high near 55 thanks to some sunshine, but those clouds we've been seeing the last few days will creep back again this afternoon. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low around 35, but don't worry, the sun will return tomorrow with mostly clear skies and a high near 56. Rain is likely on Easter Sunday though with a high near 55. With the U.S. Senate scheduled to vote on proposed gun legislation, another anti-gun protest is scheduled for Saturday in Bucks County. And reporter Margaret Gibbons and photographer Rick Kinsel were also there when 30 supporters of gun control rallied on the steps of the county courthouse in Norristown. Across the street, another group made their displeasure known about attempts to control gun purchases and ownership.
I'm here today because there is an attack on our constitutional rights. We got proponents of big government, corporations. We have people trying to just take away our gun rights piece by piece. That's how they did it. That's how statists and proponents of big government did it throughout the centuries, thousands of years. Piece by piece, they just take away our gun rights. I'm here because I think guns do actually save lives in the hands of law-abiding citizens.
Law-abiding citizens know how to conduct themselves in a meaningful way. It's these crooks out here, these cowards out here that are getting these illegal weapons and coming into our towns and other towns and causing havoc amongst our citizens. Those are the people that we want to stop.
Saturday's rally is being organized by a group called Bucks Against Gun Violence. They'll protest outside the Bucks County Courthouse in support of federal gun control measures. We'll be there covering for a story at buckscountycouriertimes.com. Today is Good Friday, and all throughout this Holy Week, a replica of the cloth believed to have covered Jesus' corpse has been on display in Bristol Township. The Shroud of Turin replica, one of only 9 approved by the Vatican, can be seen at St. Mary Ukrainian Catholic Church.
They can't prove that it is the real shroud, and they also can't disprove it. When they had finished all the tests that they had done in the 80s and everything else like that, the conclusion they came to was the fact that they couldn't basically determine how it was created.
The image can be found in the center of the shroud and is believed to be the burial cloth of Jesus. The replica is on display here at St. Mary Catholic Church in Bristol and is the exact same size, shape, and color of the original shroud, which is housed in Turin, Italy.
With modern day devices, even a cell phone, when you switch it to a negative mode and try to take a picture of the cloth itself, you actually get a photograph because you're reversing the light and the dark. Basically, this image that is on here is a negative. And when they determined the other things, it was also found to be able to produce something in 3D.
The Shroud of Turin will continue to be on display next week, and it will be presented following 6 p.m. Mass on Monday and Tuesday at St. Mary's on Bath Road. Alex Finney has that story and video on our website. Anglers, get your lines ready. The fishing season starts at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, and the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission recently stocked the Delaware Canal with trout.
Well, every year the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission raises approximately 3 million fish. Of that, a large majority of them are trout, and we stock the waters of the Commonwealth in order to provide opportunities for anglers to fish and to have a great time. What the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission's mission is to provide fishing and boating opportunities, and this is exactly what we're doing today.
That was online video by photographer Stephanie Vito. The commission is also looking for volunteers to meet next Thursday, April 4th, to stock trout at Lake Luxembourg at Cork Creek Park. In high school sports, Pennsbury claimed a Suburban 1 League National Conference win at home during a rare morning makeup game against Council Rock North. Video reporter Jen Wilgus talked to the Falcons about how they surged ahead.
We know that whenever we have a game against North, that it's going to be a tough game. I mean, they're a tough team all around, defensively, offensively. And when they got up, as soon as we got in the dugout, we knew we had to refuse to lose. We had to bring our best bats up here because they were going to come back at us, and luckily we came out on top. We know that once we're out here, it's all, I mean, we feel so comfortable together, and we're so used to playing outdoors that once we're out here, it clicks. I mean, the cold isn't preferable, but I think once we're out here, it all clicks.
You can see Jen's full report at buckscountycouriertimes.com. In boys baseball, Palisades scored 4 runs in the 3rd inning against Central Bucks West for a non-league win. Sports writer Todd Thorpe talked to both teams' coaches after the game.
Our kids have worked very hard. Yesterday, just with their pitching, we walked too many, we made a couple errors, but really basically yesterday was the first time we were actually on the field.
We've been playing different kids, trying to see what's going on, you know, and who we can start, where we can start, etc. You know, right now I don't have any answers. I don't have any answers for what's going on with our play. I just don't have any answers.
You can see Todd's local high school coverage on our website. Now here's a look at what we're working on in the newsroom. Sunday is Easter, and several churches are celebrating the Passion of Jesus on Good Friday today with the procession of the cross through Langhorne. Reporter Christian Menno will be covering, and he'll also talk to church leaders reflecting on Easter Sunday with the new pope leading the way. And as many celebrate Easter and life, we'll be celebrating people who put others before themselves. Reporter Marion Callahan talks to residents who've saved someone's life. And finally, turning tobacco into gas, reporter Frida Savannah tells us about a Delaware Valley College professor who has a patent for a process that converts tobacco grown on campus into fuel. Could it be the future? You might want to check it out. Keep checking buckscountycouriertimes.com for all of these stories and the latest local news. I'm Rachel Canelli. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend and a nice holiday.